In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on November 19, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Arizona versus Connecticut. Connecticut approaches this game with steady control. They know what works for them, and they lean on it without rush or noise. Their home floor gives them a lift, but the real strength comes from structure. They run sets with clear rolls, clean spacing, and predictable timing. That stability shows up within the first few possessions of big games, and this one should follow that pattern. Reed gives them a strong interior target. Caravan moves into open pockets and forces defenders to stretch past their comfort. The guards cycle through actions with simple reads that punish slow rotations. This mix makes Connecticut hard to disrupt, and it often wears down opponents who rely on talent alone. Arizona enters with a perfect record and high-level pieces, yet their offense has drifted into turnover patches that cost them rhythm. They now walk into a building that feeds off those mistakes. Their young players have handled early season pressure, but they have not dealt with a defense that closes space this fast, or a crowd that reacts to every loose moment. Connecticut thrives when the game becomes tight late. Their experience in heavy matchups, their calm passing, and their comfort in half-court execution give them the edge. They do not need flash to take control. They only need to keep the game in their hands. As our first pick for this matchup, the Connecticut Huskies to cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The total number sits high because both teams rely on pace, clean looks, and steady pressure at the rim. Arizona brings strong scoring with games that often crack the 80s or 90s. Their free throw volume fills gaps when jump shots slow. The way they draw contact shapes the flow of each half and pushes their point totals upward even when the game tightens. Connecticut mirrors those strengths with even sharper efficiency. They shoot with precision at every level, and they sustain possessions without wasting touches. Their assist rate shows their preference for simple passes that lead to open shots. They often start runs with one clean possession, then stack points in quick bursts. When both teams play at this pace, long scoring stretches become common. Their recent game logs show steady offense, early attacks, and few stalls. Neither defense forces the other into slow, grinding possessions. Both protect the paint but still allow transitions, quick cuts, and rhythm threes. That balance opens room for each team to find long scoring spells. When the game shifts into late fouls or extended possessions, the total tends to climb even further. The matchup points toward a game where scoring comes in clusters rather than droughts. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Dayton versus Marquette. Dayton steps into this matchup with a track record that gives them quiet confidence. They beat Marquette last season after wiping out a large deficit. They have also taken 6 of the last 7 games in this series. That history does not predict the outcome, but it shapes how both teams see each other. Marquette knows Dayton will not fold. Dayton knows Marquette can score at a high rate but still struggles to guard long stretches. This balance sets the stage for a game where every possession matters. Marquette's offense moves fast and scores with ease, but their defense has shown real gaps. They allowed 100 to Indiana, 89 to Maryland, and 82 to Southern. Their coach said they need more presence and more talk on defense. That message tells you the problems are clear on film and in practice. Until they fix those issues, opponents with patience and structure can make them work. Dayton fits that mold. Their pace sits lower, they slow the game, they work the clock, they make each trip down the floor feel heavy. Dayton brings a mix that fits this matchup. Amael Latang stretches the floor at 7-1 and forces defenders to step out. Montgomery and Jones bring size and strength on the wings. They rebound well and stay calm in traffic. Bennett manages the offense and keeps the ball moving. This style pulls the game into the half court, where speed matters less and decisions matter more. A team like Marquette, built on quick strikes, must adapt. When they struggle to defend for a full possession, the pressure shifts fast. The spread sits in the mid-single digits. That number reflects faith in Marquette's offense at home, but also shows the market still respects Dayton's stability. When a game projects to stay close, small edges grow larger. Dayton's pace works in their favor. It shrinks the number of possessions. It reduces randomness. Marquette can still win, but they must do it by solving issues that have followed them through several games. Nothing about this matchup suggests a clean or easy path for them. As our first pick for this matchup, the Dayton Flyers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Marquette pushes pace and often turns games into high-scoring runs. Their early outings show this pattern. They score into the 80s, and opponents often land in the 70s or higher. They give teams enough space to shoot, and the flow pushes both sides to act faster. That rhythm has already produced multiple games that ran past 170 points. When a team plays that fast at home, the pace often pulls the opponent with it. Dayton does not play at that speed, but they take a large share of shots from three. Their accuracy remains low, yet the volume signals that they trust those attempts. When a team keeps shooting from deep, the math tends to even out. Layton hits open looks. Bennett and Montgomery have stronger shooting backgrounds than their early numbers. A small bump in efficiency can swing the total. A few made threes can shift the pace, because made shots allow a team to set up pressure or slow the other side down, and that creates a push and pull effect that keeps scoring steady. When you combine Marquette's pace with Dayton's shot profile, you get a meeting point that leans upward. Marquette's defense still searches for answers. Dayton's offense still searches for its normal shooting level. The projected total in the low 100s and 50s sits in the range where one strong run or one stretch of clean looks can lift the score. Nothing in the way these teams have played suggests a grinded-out defensive game. Their tendencies run in the other direction, even when one side prefers to slow things down. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Alabama versus Illinois. Alabama steps into this game with a clear sense of what went wrong against Purdue and what must change now. That loss did more than dent the record. It exposed how vulnerable they become when they cannot hang on the glass. Their coach did not hide from it. He called the effort embarrassing, and that kind of statement tends to linger in every film session and every practice drill. Players feel it. Staff feels it. A team in that position often enters the next game with sharper focus and a tighter edge. This matchup gives them a chance to correct it in a high-profile spot against a team that wants to control the boards even more than Purdue did. Alabama's style does not shift. They rely on spacing, quick triggers, and a steady rain of threes. They attempt them in waves, and those waves stretch a defense to the point where it must choose between protecting the paint and chasing shooters well beyond the line. Illinois builds its identity around taking away those same shots and punishing teams inside. But when the floor widens, the help defenders move farther and open small pockets that add up over 40 minutes. The Tide know how they want to score, and they have guards who can keep pressure on a defense even when shots fall unevenly. Illinois enters with a few players managing injuries or limited availability in the front court, and that can shift matchups during long stretches when rotations tighten. Alabama comes in with its own missing pieces, but the core remains stable enough to keep the offense intact. In a neutral site game where both teams trade blows and rely on guard play late, the value leans toward the side that carries a higher ceiling on offense and receives points to work with. As our first pick for this matchup, the Alabama Crimson Tide to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The total sits at a number that looks oversized even for teams that push tempo. A figure in the high 100s and 70s demands almost perfect efficiency from both sides, and perfect efficiency becomes harder to reach once the details come into focus. Alabama can score in bunches, but their offense leans on rhythm and clean looks. When they lose the rebounding fight, the misses stay misses. In the Purdue game, they shot well from deep, but they could not string together second-chance threes or easy putbacks because the extra possessions never came. That problem shows up again in a matchup against an Illinois team that has punished opponents on the boards. Their rebounding margin reflects not only size but discipline. They swallow shots, seal space, and turn missed jumpers into their own opportunities on the other end. That style does not slow the clock by design, but it does force the game to settle. When one team controls the glass to that degree, the pace bends toward more measured trips, longer half-court sequences, and fewer broken plays that lead to quick points. Alabama still fires from distance, and Illinois still plays through its strength inside, but the balance between those approaches can pull a game away from the inflated total ad in the fact that both sides monitor their guards because of health and rotation concerns, and long stretches of the game begin to rely on deliberate decisions rather than pure speed. The score may rise, and the game may feel fast at moments, but reaching the posted total requires both teams to keep scoring with no dips. And this matchup does not point in that direction, as our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total, is our full game total picked. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed, subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.